I'm trying something a little bit new today. I want to do a complete rundown of all the 2025 advent calendars that I've unboxed and give you my rankings. I'm going to do my overall rating of my top 9 advent calendars. I'm also going to give you my bottom 5 advent calendars. My best buy, the one I thought was the most fun, what I thought were money grabs, and and then I kind of talk about maybe which ones I didn't get that I wish that I did, or which ones I didn't get that I'm happy I didn't get. So if that's interesting to you, hang on, we're going to get right into it. So I want to start the um, with the advent calendars that I did not get and that I'm okay with, right? I didn't buy them, and I'm actually quite okay. I didn't buy them after I saw other people open them. And I will say the ones that I do not regret getting are the Dior Advent Calendar. And there was like 2 or 3 sizes, any of the sizes. I'm very happy I didn't spend my money, my $750 or my $1,000 or my $2,000, whatever the prices were. Those were crazy. Ecstatic I didn't get those. I'm also happy I didn't get the P. Louise 25-day or the 12-day Advent calendars. One, because of the price, because $500 for that 25 days is way too much for us in the States. But also, I thought the last 2 years were a lot better. You still get a lot of products, but I don't know. I didn't think this one lived up to the last 2 years. So then I want to talk to you about the ones I did not buy. And then by the time I was going to, or really was getting into wanting to do it, they were sold out or they were too expensive, whatever. But I truly regret not getting Liberty London and Cold Beauty. I thought those were pretty good, especially Liberty London this year. I thought those were pretty good. And then the ones that are not UK that I regret not buying, I regret not getting the Revolve at 25 days because it had 10 full sizes and had bare socks, and everybody raved about how they thought how good that was. I didn't buy, and I still can, and I haven't quite decided if I'm going to, because I'm not really sure if the price necessarily is right there for me yet, is the Fly by Jane. It was noodles. It was like 3 packages of noodles and 7 chili sauces. It looked really good. I've seen a couple people open it, and it's like, oh, wow, that looks good. I kind of wish I'd gotten that. But it's like $98, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it. And then another food advent calendar that I didn't get that's all sold out. It's been sold out almost immediately. Is the C's Advent Calendar. I grew up on the West. I'm on the West Coast. I love C's. C's is kind of a part of our DNA. And for $80, I didn't think it was that bad. I saw a couple of reviews on it, a couple of unboxings by people who didn't really know C's, and they also ate like all the chocolate in one sitting, and it was a lot. So I don't know. I'm interested maybe next year in grabbing the C's Advent Calendar. Okay, so that is what I didn't regret getting, what I do regret not getting. And so let's get into, before I get into everything else, let me just put a plug in. I really wish a couple of places would do advent calendars. One is Allure. I really wish Allure would do an advent calendar. I guess in the past, maybe they have, but they didn't this year. And I don't remember seeing it the last 2 years. I may have just totally missed it, but I wish Allure would do one. And then two, a single brand advent calendar. I really wish Fenty would do a single brand advent calendar. I would probably buy 2. One as a gift and one for myself. And then House Labs is another single brand that I wish they would buy, or they would make an advent calendar. So House Labs and Fenty for sure. Okay. So I have 23 advent calendars that I opened this season. I don't know if I actually meant to buy 23, but I bought 23. And I'll leave a list of kind of all 23. Most of them were beauty. There were a few food. And one was a toy, beauty adjacent. And yeah, I enjoyed a lot of these. I have 9 favorites. And so we're going to get into those 9. So the first one at number 9 was the 30-day Doki Doki Japanese treats advent calendar. Everything but the last day. I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. It was filled. A lot of the stuff I already knew, a lot of stuff I really appreciated. There wasn't, I don't think, except for maybe the hard candies, there wasn't many in the last day. There wasn't many disappointments in that one. So number 8 is the Macy's Jewelry Silver at 12-day Advent Calendar. 12 Days of Brilliance. It's supposed to be sterling silver jewelry Advent Calendar for Macy's. I actually reached for the items in that calendar. I was going to give some of them as a gift, and I actually ended up keeping them all for myself. So I thought that really boded well. That was a nice advent calendar. The one reason it's number 8 is the price and the lack of extra chains in the box. There was like 2 or 3 more, 2 chains more in that box that would have gone way up higher on my list. But also, Macy's keeps changing the price. So I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. I think I paid $99, and it was originally supposed to be $200, and then it was like $99, and then I've seen it for $75, and I've seen it for $60, and I've seen it for $65. So Macy's been all up and down the $100 price range on that thing. I wish they would just pick a price and sell it for that price, but I thought that was actually pretty good. And like I said, there's several things that, in fact, I'm wearing the star earrings from that jewelry calendar. I didn't realize that till just now. So I really do reach for some of those, especially in my second hole. I like the smaller earrings. So yeah, that was good. And then number 7, I'm going to have to say Anthropologie. Welcome back again to September. And what are we doing in September?
Doing another unboxing.
We're doing another Advent calendar unboxing. So this is by Anthropologie. 24 Days of Beauty. And I enjoyed the Anthropologie. It was $98, so it's still kind of expensive, but they had 7 vanilla, well, they weren't all vanilla. They had 7 perfumes, of which 4 or 5 of those were vanilla. And I reached for those quite a bit, and I enjoyed the experience in opening the Anthropologie. Very cute, very whimsical. So I enjoyed the Anthropologie. Number 6 is Bloomingdale's perfume 12-day advent calendar. I really enjoyed the perfumes in that.
And here we have, for number 8, Van Cleef and Aprils.
And that was a really fun one to open. And all of the perfumes, for the most part, either I've worn, or it's on my shelf to wear. So everything in there was pretty good. So I was quite happy with what I got, and I was able to try a couple of perfumes that I wouldn't be able to really afford on my own. So I like that. So number 5, we're going up there. So number 5 is Ipsy. Now I will say, when I opened the Ipsy calendar, I was less impressed than I was like later on looking back at the Ipsy calendar. So looking back, I'm like, okay, actually there was some good stuff in there. There were some full sizes in there. There were some items that I hadn't been able to try before. So I did enjoy a lot of that in there. Unfortunately, that kind of goes to the lack of high value, really great other advent calendars that I got that Ipsy rated so high, but I liked Ipsy. Number 4 might be a little controversial, but I'm rating the Truly Advent Calendar. It's a 10-day Advent Calendar. It was all shaving creams, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one a lot. Good things come in small packages, or at least they lead us to believe that. I'm hoping that this Truly Advent Calendar, this tiny Truly Advent Calendar, is going to be awesome, because I love Truly. I've had this Vanilla Baby luxury body oil. I've used a good half of it. I love this stuff. And I've reached for the lip gloss, and I've reached for the oils several times since I've opened that. And I love the packaging. I really like that Truly vibe. So again, part marketing, but I did enjoy that calendar, and it kind of made me aware of more of the brand. And I'm really happy about that because I enjoyed that. Okay. Now, number 3 is one of those, should I rank it higher? But I kind of ranked it at number 3 for a very specific reason. But that was the Germ Store 12 Days. basically skincare. And I rated number 3. It was only $90 by the time I bought it. I rated it number 3 because it was just all skincare.
So this is the Derm Store 12 days. They call it like 12 days of beauty or surprises or something. Even I didn't think
it was 100% skincare. Well, it wasn't. It was 2 makeup items in there, but they were smaller. It was mostly the value of the advent calendar came from the skincare. It had an $800 value, and when you added up all the items, you could definitely see the $800. So I really thought that Derm Store, my feelings aside about the costs of skincare, I thought Derm Store was a really great value, and I thought it was nice, decent packaging. Not stupendous, but nice packaging, and it was a fun thing to open, so I enjoyed that. Okay, number 2, drum roll. Number 2, I'm going to rate the P. Louise Mini Wood MUA Christmas gift set. And while technically it's not an advent calendar, I still opened it up kind of with the thought of it being an advent calendar, and it sure gives off advent calendar vibes. And like I said, I'm very happy I did not buy the full 25, 20, or 12 or 25 day advent calendars from B. Louise. I'm actually very happy that I was able to kind of substitute this one in. So I'm happy about that. But that leaves number 1, and my number 1 is Harrods. It's the most expensive one I think I bought at $350, I think, shipped to me. I got it before the tariffs popped in, so I think I got it before tariffs. I don't know. And it was my first one. I just really like it. I like the Harrods. This is my second year buying it, and I just really like it. I like the products in it. Again, very skincare heavy, very expensive skincare heavy, but I enjoyed it. I've reached for them. I've used them. I really thought that they were good. So I'm quite happy with those. So that's the great news, right? So we have some great skincare, some great makeup, some great items, some things I've never tried before, all that in my top 9. Okay. Now we got to go to the bottom. So I'm going to give you my bottom 5 and the reasons why I have those on my bottom 5. So my 5th one, it kind of hurts me to say this, and it basically is just values. The reason I rated it so low is the Sage, SAJE wellness calendar. It was 12 days. It was $130. And while I was able to gift almost all of it, like 10, like 10 of the 12 days, I was able to regift and made little packages, and that was great. Still really expensive for just the little itty bitty vials of essential oils. So I would not buy that one again. I'm happy I bought it. I'm happy I got to try it. But it was a little expensive for what you got. 130 was a little bit much. Okay, day 4, even though I have this displayed in my bedroom, which is kind of silly, but whatever, still have it displayed in my bedroom, is the Ulta Beauty Mini Brands Advent Calendar.
waste of money that I wasted my money on, because I'm bringing it to you so you could decide if this is something you want to waste your money on.
It cost me $40. $40 for 23, I think it was, little itty bitty toy makeup items, which, and if you watch my video, you'll see my rant, which was fine up to a point, and then the packaging completely let it down. There was no way to display them cutely. There was no thought put into it by Ulta on how they should be displayed, how somebody would actually use these. So I was upset and very disappointed in the packaging. The little guys were fine. Those were really, really cute, but the overall packaging really let it down. Number 3, and this is a quality issue, not a price issue, because it was only $20, is the MCO Beauty 12-day Advent Calendar.
To buy this because of social media.
Really?
Yeah, surprise, surprise, right? I bought the MCO Advent Calendar for one really important reason. $20.
I got this early on in September. I got it straight from the website. I didn't wait, till it came out in Target, and I really think the quality sucks. The quality, personally, my own personal opinion, the bronzy drops, the goldy drops, they just run. You put them on, they run down your cheeks. The lip liner, the Dupe for Charlotte Tilbury, it disappears instantly. I just wasn't a fan of any of that. We got one little tiny heart sponge. I just wasn't a fan. So I'm putting them at number 3 because really it is a quality issue. While it's cheap, it's also cheap. Okay, so you're waiting for a Macy's advent calendar, I'm sure, and that comes in at number 2. And it only was saved from a recent purchase. So we'll get to number 1 in a second. But number 2 was the Macy's 25 Days of Beauty. Almost all mini sizes. I think there was supposed to be 2 full sizes in that calendar, and it was awful. For $99, it's a money grab. It's a corporate money grab. It's all samples. On the little boxes it says not for individual retail sale. And
Orville says don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I bought a Macy's advent calendar.
almost all mini sizes. I think there was supposed to be 2 full sizes in that calendar, and it was awful. For $99, it's a money grab. It's a corporate money grab. It's all samples. On the little boxes it says not for individual retail sale, and I was just not happy with it. I was not happy with it. I'm not happy with Macy's. Cute packaging, nice little stacked gifts. I just wasn't happy. It's too small. I personally got it on sale, but other people bought it full price, and they bought it for $100. They got 25 baby samples, and I'm not happy with that. And my number 1, if you've been around here, and if you maybe saw my short where I ran over the advent calendar because I was so disappointed in it, was the ESW. Also, I bought at Whole Foods, 12-day advent calendar, the snow globe vault.
And let's read the back. Strawberry and cherry duo charm. Fruit forward and full of flavor, the strawberry and cherry duo charm brings playful vibes wherever it goes. Clip it onto your lip treatment for a juicy upgrade, or attach it to your bag for an extra pop of fun. You can't.
And it was 9 sheet and eye masks, and then it was 4. So it was sheet masks, and it was 6 sheet masks, 2 eye patches, so that was 8. Then they had 4 that had a lip treatment, and it was very tiny, and that wasn't the issue. And then they had hair clips that I've since found on Alibaba for 16 cents each, and 2 itty bitty little charms. One said ESW Beauty Creations on it, and the other one was like a little itty bitty, we're talking small, cherry and strawberry. And you can get cherry, strawberry, whatever charms on Temu. You can get like 100 for $7. And you read the packaging, and I won't go into much of a rant, but when you read the packaging on the back said, connect your charms to your lip treatment and to make it extra festive, and you couldn't. The charms didn't have any little hook or any little ring or anything because they were cheap, and the tiny little lip treatment didn't have any like hole where you could even put a charm ring in it anyway. So anyway, hated it. Absolutely disgusted. And if you're going to have 6 sheet masks and 2 eye masks, and you need to call it a sheet mask, advent calendar, not a, open the snow globe vault. No, I'm sorry. I'll stop my rant. Kind of my ranking of all the advent calendars for this 2025 season. And I would love to know what your advent calendar list was, and just know all I did was try to tell the truth. All of my 23 advent calendar videos, I was honestly just trying to say this is the truth as I see it. These are my opinions. I'm not lying to you. Nobody's sponsored. Nobody's given me anything. This is all my opinion, and I was really trying to tell you the truth and how I saw it. So have a fantastic winter holiday season, whether you're with your family or your friends or even just your cat. enjoy life, enjoy the season, and I would love to see you back, especially in the new year, as we continue on with telling the truth and not buying crap. Bye-bye.